frames that you see is not rendered by the graphics engine. It's actually rendered by the AI technology that we built.
This is the first time we combine machine learning and computer graphics to do image generation using deep networks.
For training data, we're given some driving sequences of different cities, and then we use another segmentation network to extract the high-level semantics from these sequences. We have the UE4 engine to generate these colorized high-level layouts. Different objects were given different colors.
The network converts this representation to images.
I made my co-author to dance Gangnam Style, which I don't think he would do by himself.
We find some good dancing videos from another person and then use my model to synthesize the dance move. That was created by machines, it's not me.
You're always like, they're building the Matrix. Where's the proof of them building the Matrix? You're just speaking hyperbole. You're just being outlandish. They're not building a Matrix to insert everybody into. You're losing your mind. Really? So, what is that? You heard him. That neural network. What is that neural network building there? A computer generalized layout, city mapping, the Matrix right there before. Hello. They're literally building. I keep telling. They're building the Matrix. What do you think they're going to be doing with Agenda 21? Sustainability 2030. Oh, you better believe. Remember, never offline, whether you like it or not. Humanity immortal by 2045. Just after that, China's supposed to take over the world in 2050. Transhumanists. Oh my, humanity plus. Making technology more wearable, more content on the human mind when you just see mutilated once were human beings, but now have ascended to something more cyborgs. We're gonna see full-on cyborganism. People with robotic arms and just implants all in their bodies. Remember, that's why they want you all connected to your cars. Remember, it's just slowly advancing downwards. So now they're moving to the autonomous car. What do you think's next after the cars? Why not attach your iWatch once your iWatch starts attaching to the cars? Transhuman implants. RFID compatibility with your cars and unbelievable. Never on whether you like it or not. And funny is this right here. Really, facial recognition ID software. But yeah, there you go. There's some evidence for that building the Matrix right there. Literally building the Matrix. Unbelievable. Look at this. Taylor Swift reportedly used facial recognition software at a Los Angeles concert venue to scan the crowd for any of her known stalkers. Can you believe this? Do you think that when you bought that ticket, do you think you submitted to any kind of facial recognition scan? Did you submit to any kind of having your face scanned and sent to a database? And look at it, it's not even just for, a stalker trap or anything. They just put it on a shiny monitor. Remember, we just got done how they manipulate you with a monitor. Look at this. We have some evidence of how they use monitors to manipulate the human mind. Look, right there, as unsuspecting concert goers stop to watch a montage of footage from the monitor. Oh, the rehearsal. The camera was the software working. Unbelievable. Scanning their faces. Look at this. He was invited by the company to witness a demo of the system. But he did not say which company was behind the software. Oh, I wonder why he didn't say what company. Isn't that just fantastic how they can't tell you? Oh, is it the NSA? Is it the government? Is it the FBI? Is it one of their BS like little venture capital offshoot companies that they want to invest in and say that they don't own or anything? I mean, give me a break with all this BS over here. I mean, this is a blatant violation of your constitutional rights right here before your very face. And isn't it funny how Taylor Swift is the prime like little example of her just trying to use innocent. I just try to protect myself from stalkers. I'm just trying to protect myself from stalkers. I need to scan everyone's face and have it saved to a database. It even says right that the images picked up by the facial recognition camera were then transferred to a quote-unquote command post in Nashville, Tennessee, Swift's home state, to check a database of her known stalkers. So is she blatantly admitting that she owns a private database of stalkers and she's using highly advanced facial recognition software from the government to track these said stalkers, to check her private home? I mean, look at this private security that these rich people, this elevated human being supposedly is allowed to have. But no, you, the peasant down there. Yeah, you must have your face. Do you think she has her face scanned already? I don't think so. So let's get this out. So you, the peasant, must submit to the government tyranny. You, the peasant, must have your face. You, the peasant, must submit to the constant securities. You, the peasant, must have no say. You, the peasant, must constantly be siphoned off of. You, the peasant, must feed the beast constantly. That is the government. You have no say. Your opinion doesn't matter. I mean, look at what you made me do. It's truly unbelievable. Look, this is pretty much the government's excuse for everything. Look what you made me. Even though you don't want Obamacare, even though you don't want half this garbage, even though you don't want paid family leave, even though you don't want half the other garbage that you can mention that they just force down your throat like you're some child who needs to be spoon-fed, like here comes the airplane. Here comes the airplane of carnage and suffering, and you will submit to socialism. Here comes the socialistic airplane landing in your face, and there's nothing you can do about it, because guess what? Just as Google says that this is true, you can find conspiracies in anything. Notice how when that song came out, notice how this is when, oh no, white supremacy, a fake reality. But don't worry, Google's there to back up that fake reality. And what I like about this is David Knight already knows where I'm going with this. I am the Eggman. They are the Eggmen. I am the walrus. Goo goo gajoob. Yes, now, why is this important? Because, without realizing it, Taylor Swift is the walrus. Just as John Lennon realized. Look at this. Lennon, later, this is why I knew, David Knight already knew where I was going with it. Who knew I was going straight to I Am the Walrus? Because look at this. Lennon later expressed dismay, realizing that the walrus was a villain in the poem. So he blatantly admits he had no idea. So it's one of those things, one of those, that's right, you get one of those subconscious feel that he knew subconsciously that he was the walrus. It's like, what is it, the Freudian slip? He knew that he was the walrus. I mean, people of a vast history of the knowledge who are familiar with the past know that the Beatles were once considered the enemy of the American people. Remember, they even, did they successfully or try to ban them from the United States altogether? They didn't even want them to tour here or anything. They were public. So, without even realizing it, John Lennon knew subconsciously that he was the walrus. Unbelievable, just as Taylor Swift. Just as all those people, they are the walrus. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I mean, it's really that easy, right? And I'm going to let you in on a little secret here. Since we're talking about the Human Antenna Project and everything, I am convinced without a doubt now that your smartphone is reading your mind now. I'm gonna be perfectly honest here. A lot of these videos, I don't talk about them or anything. I just spontaneously make them, especially the docu-comps and everything. But if I have trouble finding a specific clip or something, if I think about it long enough, all day, you better believe, all night, you better believe, when I wake up the next morning, when I open up YouTube and I make the search, you better believe that the third video down or whatever is exactly the video that I was looking for, was exactly the beat or the subconscious idea that I had in my mind. And somehow it's always there. So when I'm reading things like the, Human Antenna Project and how they're studying all these frequencies and, they have those advanced algorithms that can't, because this has nothing to do with metadata. This has nothing to do with searches. This has nothing to do with any of that. This is what I'm saying. This is why I am pretty sure they are testing live human mind reading through the devices that we constantly think about. They can change the frequencies on these phones whenever they want. They send updates to your phone already. Who knows what else they could do with this? The applications are incredible, but I really believe just like in Starship Troopers when they were using those tests to detect the human psychic ability and the human involvement and everything. They know what they're doing with all the advanced community. They want to cause human involvement. What if they're using this to test the future of psychic abilities? Of seeing people's intuition. What if they're just building a profile of people who resonate with these frequencies? It's truly something to think about. Unbelievable, but I am convinced without a doubt that they are reading our minds with these phones.
If you think you're psychic, maybe you are.
Federal studies are being conducted in your community. Would you like to know more?